And if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, I don't care, because it will work later on. So what I do with them is this: I normally get relaxed and ask them to do it. So I say, are you right-handed or left-handed? It doesn't matter. Take your arm and place it like that, just like so. But really, really relaxed. Just relax like so. And all I want you to do is, if something happens, fine. If nothing happens, don't worry about it. I don't expect anything to happen. Let's just see what happens. You're not in hypnosis, so there's no reason for anything to happen. I just want to see if there's a chance that outside hypnosis, your subconscious is so strong that it actually wants to do something and it wants to say hi to you. So let's see what happens. So right now, I'm not going to talk to you for a second, Philippe. Excuse my bad manners. I'm going to talk to your subconscious. So that's just a sign that I'm touching outside the left knee. It will be in the future, next time I talk to your subconscious again. So I'm not talking to Philippe anymore. I'm talking to his subconscious, that part of him that's can just create miracles. I know that you can. But right now, I want to know if you can and if you will try and do this for me. It would be great if you could. Philippe is not in hypnosis. I'm not going to even suggest anything. I've told him not to try and help me in any way, shape or form, but not to fight me either, just to see what happens. Later, even if nothing happens, I'll ask Philippe a simple question that although nothing happened, and I don't expect it to, did he feel anything trying to happen? Was there an awareness there at all? And that's it, and then we'll go on with the rest of the session. But right now, I'd like you to take control of Philippe's left arm, his wrist, his hand, right to the very tips of his fingers. And if it's possible, I'd like you to try and move one of that fingers just like that, just like an Indian motor response. So I want you to take control and see if you can move one of Philippe's fingers and see what happens. Simple as that. And Philippe, just give it time and see if you feel anything. If something happens, fine. If not, you can tell me later. For a reason of awareness. Because right now, it could be a situation that it's trying, but it can't. It could also be a situation that it's not trying. It's just not trying at all. But if it is, it sometimes takes a while for it to get used to how this happens. With some people, boom, it happens immediately. With some people, it takes a while. And with others, it takes quite a while. So that's interesting. So let's, in fact, because it's moving some different fibers there, that's really interesting, isn't it? What I want you to do now is, I want you, from your subconscious, to take control of the whole hand now. And what I want you to do with the whole hand is not move a finger at all now. I want you instead to take the hand and turn it round towards his face like that. Yeah, that's right, just like that. Excellent. That's right. Find out more and more where it is, what fibre moves, what part and what joint. That's right. So I can see you working, that's great. So I know you want to work with me. The situation now is how you're going to find it. So again, just a little bit stronger. You can just build up that something, just suddenly just turn it like so. That would be great. That's right. That's fantastic. You're absolutely moving that. Can you do a little bit more? Can you actually turn, in fact, can you turn it all the way around? Right like that? Is that possible? And laughing's a normal thing for the normal advice once it gets going. It's the strangest thing, isn't it? I'm actually fighting minds from not doing it, it's doing it too strong. So again, if you just, yeah, in fact, you can turn it all the way around just like that. Yeah, just bit by bit. And there's that thing I mentioned, that wonderful, it's a strange feeling, isn't it? And I think what's wrong, it's almost like this wonderful part of you, your subconscious saying hello. Later in the session, I'll often ask you to actually talk to me through your mouth, but right now, this wonderful part, say, okay, we'll play this game just to see what happens. Now, as that happens there, it might continue to go all the way around, so it's actually looking at you, your face, almost like your subconscious can see through its fingers and actually gets a look at you from the outside down. Sometimes later they actually say, well, that was actually fun, which is really very, very strange. And what I want now, Philippe's subconscious, I'm still talking to you, if it's possible, it's almost like can you kind of like a wave, can you actually move his hand like that, so it goes up and down like so? Just as if you're waving to actually Philippe himself. Try and do that and see what happens. That's right. Yep. Yep, I'm nearly there. Yeah. You're going to start maybe with a tweaking of a finger, then it just moves like so. As I close my eyes and look at the line, I can actually see it rising. It's not so much waving, it's actually rising. It's going higher and higher like so. Which is really, really interesting. So now, can you actually take that hand down? Can you allow it to go down? That's right. So I'm hoping the camera can pick it up. It's actually moving down. See against the part behind it that's actually moving up and moving down. If you look what's behind the hand, you can see it's absolutely moving down again. So let's try again, see if you can move it up again. Again, I'm talking to Philippe's subconscious. Can you raise the hand again? And then it goes again. So now you've got an idea how to do that. For me, could you try and do this and see what happens? What happens if I try and get you to actually move it up and down like that rapidly, as if it was a wave? Can you try and do that and see what happens? Just like kind of twitching different nerve ends. It's got a slow wave up. Oh well, okay. That's fine. It's a nice slow wave, that's lovely. And Philippe, you're comfortable? You're not doing this? Yeah. It's really interesting, isn't it? So you've got a lovely, slow move. It's almost like a ballerina. Very, very tactile. It's absolutely lovely. What I'd like you to do now is, just to make sure none of us are going off our heads here, the same subconscious, what I'd like you to do is take control of that same part. So we've done the swan, and we've done the turn, and we've done the wave. Now we try and do the return. So it's a swan, it's a turn, it's a wave. Now we try and return it, because the idea was if this went like that because it was just weighted, it should be able to go back. So I want to ask the subconscious, can you turn the hand all the way back from here? Can you try and do that and see what happens? So I want you to try and make contact with different nerves, different fibers, different muscles, and then just turn the hand. Just slowly begin with, and then just starts. That's right, just starting like that. You can see it's a movement there beginning. There it goes. That's right. And once it finally feels exactly how you do it, you just find the whole hand there. That's right. That's right. And you can just turn it all the way around now, just like so. There you go. Pretty good. And as it gets stronger and stronger, the whole idea of this was when I first did this and my hand turned, I thought that's good. But maybe it's me, maybe it's just the weight of it against the angle. So I thought if I can do that, if it's definitely not me, it would be impossible to go back. And when I finally, the day came when I got my hand to go back, I knew that I had some kind of contact, just as happening right there and now. So we've now got a wonderful subconscious, no hypnosis in any way, shape or form, no induction, and not one of these broken suggestions that we'll try, but you can't, and so on and so forth. An absolute honest suggestion that we don't think it will happen, but if you could try, that would be great. And suddenly we get, we do motor response. So we've got this kind of swan thing that's going on, we've got this turn, and we've got the wave, and we've got the return all the way back. And like I say to everyone, we don't want to make a circus out of it. That's good, thanks very much. It's an absolute honour. Maybe we can get together again sometime. Lovely, just for us to relax. And that's it. That was excellent. Mr. Miras, you are not sure we're going to buy a van. In Europe. Okay, we're going to get you that things that dangle from the nipples. What do you call it again? I'm not sure.
Nipple danglers.
Nipple danglers. Right?
That's slow.
Okay, that was good.